How is it possible to know exactly what you need to do, when to do it, and how to do it, but yet not to do it? This is what I want to talk about in today's video. Mistakes I make in my diabetes management, even after many years of experience, things I know how to control, but somehow I still make mistakes. Make sure you stay until the end and I will explain what are these things and what causes them. Hello and welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Mihail Burcea. I'm a diabetic type 1 and I make YouTube videos about diabetes type 1 management. I'm not a doctor or a diabetes specialist. I'm just sharing my own experience. Make sure you check any changes in your diabetes management with your doctor or diabetic specialist, because things which work for me might not work for you, because we are all different. Let's get to it. My first mistake, which is driving me crazy all the time, is I treat highs too early, way too early. So this is how it usually looks like. I have my meal. Before my meal I take the insulin, which I calculate for the food I'm going to eat. I eat, and then 1 hour later, 45 minutes later, my Dexcom is showing me high blood sugar, let's say 7.5, and is spiking up, showing the arrow going up. I do not wait, guys, so I just immediately get my insulin pen and I take insulin. I don't know, 2 units, 4 units, it depends on the situation. And as you know, and I know very well, this is not good, because I already have taken my insulin, and the Dexcom usually is kind of predicting a little bit and showing the arrow up, but you take the insulin and 10 minutes later that stops and actually starts to show you go low. So this is something I shouldn't be doing, and I know about it, but somehow I am still doing it. So I can't help it, and it's happening consistently. It's not just something I do very rare. It happens. As soon as I say, oh, I need to take this insulin to just bring it down, because I want my blood sugar to be in control. I feel like it's going to spike more than I thought of, and I take it, and this is not good, because you know what? I take the insulin shot and 20 minutes, 15 minutes later I realized actually blood glucose is not going that high and starts to go low. Instead of 7.5, immediately turns down saying 7, and then starts to go down the other way, and that will end up with a low blood sugar, which I need to eat for, and that is possible to bring my blood sugar again high, and this is just something I don't want to happen, and it's very frustrating for me, because I'm doing it over and over again, even though I know exactly what I need to do. I've told myself before, this is not good for me, I shouldn't be doing, but yet I'm doing it. Second point, which I consistently repeat and I make a mistake, is I treat lows with the wrong food. Normally when I have a low, I'm supposed to take glucotabs, because I know exactly how much carbohydrates I have in every glucose, and I know it's very fast, and that would bring up my blood sugar. But I'm not doing it like that all the time, unfortunately. So this is how it goes. I have a low and I like to go with fruits. I do fruits a lot. Sometimes I do chocolate, but mostly are fruits. So I go with an apple, I go with a banana, I go with a plum, I take grapes. And the problem with this is there is no way for me to know how much carbs I have in an apple. They are never the same. One apple is sweeter, one not so sweet. So it's the same with banana, grapes, and everything else. That's one thing. No way to know how much carbohydrates are inside, and also no way to know how quickly it will spike. Maybe one apple is very sweet and I will end up spiking more than I want to, or it's not so sweet and then I need to eat more. And guess what? Because I get low, I need to get glucotabs now, and I had the apple before, and I end up having a big spike just after that, minutes after that. So it's no way to know how much carbohydrates, and there's no way to know how how quickly it will spike. Because even sometimes I get lucky, because I do get lucky times. I get one apple and the one apple is doing the job. I'm just getting lucky. But because of that, doesn't mean every time I'm going to be lucky. And I guess that's the reason behind it. Because sometimes I got lucky, and also because I do like fruits a lot. And I'm using this opportunity to feed to my craves. But it's not the right way of doing it. And because I eat an apple, and the apple is having some sweetness, some sugar, which is bringing me up, but sometimes it's not that fast. It's a bit too slow. Or if I eat chocolate, especially, chocolate is not good because it's slow, and it doesn't have enough sugar. And I end up having actually a low blood sugar later down the line, because you have a slower absorption. You have some sugar now and some later, and you end up with high blood sugar, which guess what, I need to take insulin for, and it makes my life more complicated, and I do not like it. And I know it's not good, but yet I'm doing it. Another thing I'm doing it, and I don't like doing it, and it hurts my blood sugar, is I pre-bolus too late before I eat. So I take insulin just before I start eating, basically. We know it's not the right way of doing it. You're supposed to take insulin and wait 15-20 minutes and then start to eat. Okay, sometimes it's not so easy. Let's say when I go out and I meet some people which I don't know very well. It's a business meeting and I'm in a restaurant, and the food arrives, because you can't take insulin before you see the food. No, I think that's a basic mistake. That's another mistake I did when I was a beginner, but not anymore. So I wait to see the food, and then I take the insulin, and I'm not going to just stare at my food with people I don't know very well, and I need to start to explain about diabetes. So many times I just start to eat. But I'm talking about not this isolated cases. I'm talking about cases when I can simply eat later, when I'm with very close friends, family, or I'm at home even sometimes, and I prepare my food and I forgot to take insulin a little bit before. I'm hungry, I'm impatient, and I just start to eat. I don't even think about too much. I just do it, and that is causing me bad things to my blood sugar. So I will spike, obviously, because the food with sugar will spike, and then I have two choices. Either I take extra insulin, see the point above, because when I see the insulin, oh, I'm high. Many times I want to deal with this spike to counter it, and I take the insulin again too early, and I will end up with a low by doing that, and I will have to eat extra carbohydrates. So it's getting harder. That's option number one. Option number two, I do nothing, and I let the spike go up until the insulin will start to work and counter that spike. But anyway, I will have to take some insulin, but just later to bring the blood sugar down. This is quite a very easy thing to avoid. I'm not doing it so often like the others, but I'm still doing it, and it's not good. Another thing I'm doing, the fourth one, which is really annoying, when I do not treat lows immediately. So I'm in the middle of something, work, or sometimes even trivial things. My Dexcom goes off. I acknowledge, oh, I have a low coming. Say, I'll finish what I'm doing and I'll go get some sugar. But guess what? Sometimes I forget about it, or sometimes I do not forget about it, but I don't realize how much time is going. It's passing. So, because I'm in the middle of something, sometimes reading an article, sometimes something important, work, I'm writing an email, and I say I'm doing this now in 1-2 minutes, but actually these 2 minutes turn it into a 15-20 minutes pretty quickly, without realizing, because this is how it is when you are absorbed into something. And this will be bad news for me. I will end up actually, when I feel it, when I start to really feel bad low, and I begin to be sweaty, shake, and it's no fun at all. And then I start to eat more sugar than I will actually have to, and I could have, and this will cause some bad symptoms associated then with the spike, and then I have to take again extra insulin. So this is just causing some miserable moments for me, which I could simply avoid by just pausing, taking some tabs, and that's pretty much it. But guess what? For some reason, I'm just not doing it. These are my most annoying mistakes, which are very, very important. I know about them. I know how to simply avoid them, but somehow I'm still doing it. So I think it's just something which it happens. It is not good, but the thing is, we are humans after all, and it's just impossible to be like a robot. We need to work on it to make it better, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how experienced you are, how many decades you have behind in your experience in diabetes management. These things happen, and the conclusion is you just try to not blame yourself too hard and try to find little tweaks to make it better, which I'm trying. If you want to find out more about things I do to make this better, let me know in the comments. Looking after diabetes 24 hours is not an easy task, for sure, so we don't need to blame ourselves too hard. It is a hard job, but in the same time we need to be careful to not fall on the other side, just ignoring everything, and we may end up in a position where your diabetes control management goes down being absolutely awful. So we need to try and keep the balance, try to make it better with little steps here and there, and try to make it as good as possible. Please let me know as well what are your mistakes. What mistakes do you find yourself doing it annoyingly over and over again? Let me know what you did to make it better. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel to support it. That's the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and hope to see you again next time.